Okay, Coach. Well, with the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set, 8, read. 55. Recon, 132 fighter.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From the 30 on second down, McSorley. Green brings it in. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's good for Bengals. First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Come on, set.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 46. McSorley sets to pass. And his throw is incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw on second and 10. McSorley, he completes it to Boyd. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They face a third and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Tight end right. 4 down, check. 4 down. 24.
5.
Let's get that ball right here.
Let go.
It'll be McSorley again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now here's Ross. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
To throw again on 2nd down. McSorley. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 28. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10 from the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
From the 25 on 2nd down, McSorley, and that's complete. It's Green here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Ready? 50, play.
At the 16-yard line.
Double time.
Shoot.
Here's McSorley on 1st and 10. And this is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Greystone, Trav,
Now Joe Mixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. On 3rd down, Mixon. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll go with a keeper. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they didn't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
This will be caught by Brown. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Complete to Marquise Brown. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 13-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Here's Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 49, the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Bengals nothing. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We've got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
On second down, it's Johnson, and he goes across the 20 to the 22. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jackson trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Nixon will try the right side. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
And Bullock will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They're going to get 9 here on 1st down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Got a man. It's Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They'll get 34 yards there.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. From the 30 on 2nd down. Jackson got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
Got it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. McSorley. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tim Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run it with Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
He'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Here's the option left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Call it 6, maybe 7, but now they're left with 4th down and goal. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if...
And that's caught inside the 30. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. Bullock's kick is good. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jackson now, and off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
You got that right there.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I will hear about that from him soon.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of
pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And some space here. There he goes, right side. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Hey, high 7. Go.
McSorley from the shotgun to the end zone, but it's incomplete. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a one-score game.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Here we go, team. Here I come. Here I come.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Check. Check 15. Check 15.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Jackson now. 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Carlos Dunlap able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Come to me, it's me. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. You're not ready. You're not ready. Hey, go. Check 24, watch 24. Ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson dancing to it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Carlos Dunlap able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Tie it right. 4 down. Check.
6-6. Pull it high.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4.
Ready up. And watch that. And watch the ball.
Watch tight end. Hey.
Ready.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They'll try the option right here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mixon. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. All a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distance.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
To try again after the sack, Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. Called out a very strong gain of 24. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Jackson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Over the middle here to Brown. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Here's McSorley. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. After the interception, here's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by Jordan Willis.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Motion, check. Shift. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Now it's Jackson, and the pressure gets to him again. Jordan Willis picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Bullet good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
He's coming. Check.
To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
You got it.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Fresno.
And they, in fact, will throw it. They'll roll him out right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. I don't think you got it, son. Check, ready.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check, nickel.
Jackson to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. 20! And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The Bengals going to use the second of their... Timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
At the 12-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. They go to Johnson again. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go. The Ravens on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 6. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Ravens on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 6. Johnson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Baltimore, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.